Okay, so something that I thought I would do a video on, because this is an important thing. This is a fucked up situation. Kenji, the big VTuber Kenji, the big indie VTuber, was doxxed by his ex moderator Dove in 2022, and now Kenji has publicly opened up about that situation that happening to him. Basically, TLDR before we get in this video, because Dove has shown basically no remorse for doxing Kenji and has just doubled down, downplayed what she had done for basically 2 years, which is crazy. But let's get into this video by Static Tokyo.
Kenji, the GOAT, got doxxed by Dove A Love.
Oh my god!
And we're gonna talk about it.
Static Tokyo-san, bye!
Kenji recently put out a statement on Twitter, basically saying Phoenix told him sometime a while back that Dove A Love was downplaying doxing in the group chat. And that has been fucking with him ever since he knew of this event.
Yeah, understandable. Now, the thing is, which is fucked, right, is the fact that this is not just, like, a picture's doxing, right? Like, full names doxing. She full on sent multiple private photos, his name, his personal Instagram. Like, she went, like, she fucking tripled down,
Information, which made him even break down on stream. Not cool.
No, it's disgusting.
Being said were shared pictures, personal accounts, legal name, and videos. The doxing took place of January of 2022 prior to him showing his face, but he didn't really speak up about it as much because he didn't want Dove to go crazy behind the scenes with that type of information. I wanted to avoid his government
That's understandable, yeah, like, that's scary. Like, she has private information on him. Like, you don't know what she could possibly do. That's 100%, like, a valid thing to be afraid of that.
And face being the center of attention. But apparently Dove is still downplaying it in voice calls. Till this day.
2 years later.
All the niggas that was still fucking with her knowing what she did, they can all... And bro is done living in silence and fear. Dove, go...
So what did it say? So also to the people that knew what she did and still chose to fuck with her, suck my dick and block me. I'm tired of being silent and living in fear. 100% true. I mean, this is the thing. If fucking somebody, right, went and, like, doxed one of my friends or actively, like, maliciously doxed somebody and, like downplay it, then, yeah, fuck them. I'm not gonna be friends with them. What the fuck? Like, yeah, it's like, I don't get it. It's like, how can you still, like, endorse that person and be friends with them? But also, at the same time, like, the Mofongo boys, like, actively, like, having Dove, like, in their circle, it's not even just about, like, being friends with Dove, but it's also publicly them collaborating with Dove, playing games with Dove. You are actively, like, boosting her career and helping her grow. Obviously, people could say, oh, I believe in second chances. I guess, yes, but if she is downplaying and doubling down and not taking accountability, then she's a fucking piece of shit, basically, and she does not deserve, to have a platform. If you're somebody who doxes, maliciously doxes somebody, and you are going to downplay it and not take it seriously, you do not deserve to be on this fucking platform. You don't deserve to be to be on social media. I believe you should not have a platform if you are willing to do that to somebody who you may, like, disagree with. Even my worst enemy, I'm not gonna fucking go and dox them, okay? Like, fuck me, like, Jesus Christ.
Living in silence and fear. Dove goes MIA, probably to limit some of the intense hate. And to
yes. So, like, the thing is, most people in these situations, they private their Twitters. And this is the thing that, like, she's not taking accountability on. So she unprivates her Twitter to make the apology, but on all her platforms, on her YouTube, disabled comments. Her Instagram, it's private. Her TikTok is private. So you're not taking accountability. You are trying to get away, because this is what happens always in these controversies, right? people will say, oh, I'm taking a break from social media. It's because you're trying to get away from the backlash, because as the thing happens, that's when the backlash is going to be at its peak, obviously. So you are trying to run away. You're running away from the situation because you want the backlash to die down so you can come back. And that, like, you're not taking accountability because of that. Like, fuck off. Like, fuck off.
The best apology they could. Now I'm gonna try my best not to give my opinion on this apology because this apology isn't directed towards me. I'll also link the apology doc and every other source that I have in the description so y'all can read it for yourselves. But the document starts off with Dove saying she apologizes for doxing him, so at least she calls it doxing in the document.
Yeah,
she says
true.
that she exposed his legal name and pictures of Kenji in a group chat of 5 niggas.
Are you fucking dumb?
5
to which
people?
Dove's friends went and found Kenji's personal Instagram and his family members'
Oh my god.
accounts. She basically says at the time she didn't understand the severity because she would share her stuff around all the time.
What?
We do not care.
And
that doesn't even make any sense. I'm sorry, but how does that make any fucking sense? I'm sorry, that makes no logical sense. How can you tell me that in January 2022, if you're a grown fucking adult on the internet, you don't understand the severity of doxing? And anyway, there's a huge difference, okay, between sharing your own personal information and then going and sharing somebody else's personal information. That doesn't even have anything to do with, like, being a VTuber. Even if, like, for me, right? It's fucking weird for you to go and share my private accounts. That's weird. You know, that is fucking weird. That's literally common sense. That's fucking bullshit. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, it's like actual bullshit. Like, that is such BS, complete fucking BS. Like, to say like, oh, I didn't understand the severity of doxing. I didn't understand the severity of what I was doing. It's like, it's malicious. It's 100% malicious. What was your intent by doing that? Like, it wasn't just like a photo. I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to downplay that, oh, it was like one thing, because obviously doxing's still doxing, but I mean, it's like, it was multiple shit. It was enough that these people were able to, like, find his family members as well. You know, like, that's, like, she gave that much information out.
over time, she learned how serious this type of situation is. 9 months later is when Kenji was made aware of the situation, which would be, October. And this is when Kenji first spoke up. Dove and Kenji gets into a call with another friend to help mediate, which we later learned was Kage due to a statement on Twitter about the whole thing. They chop it up to see how they can move forward. They both apologize to each other for certain things, and Dove Love asks if she can still support him.
Are you fucking...
Look, I know
What?
things, and Dove Love asks if she...
Within the following nights, Kenji and I got into a Discord call together with a mutual friend who would mediate so we could help things out. We discussed issues we've had with each other in the past, including everything leading up to the doxing situation. So is she admitting that she did it, like, out of anger or malicious? Is that what she's, like, actively admitting to doing? Because she's saying that, like, oh, we're talking about our differences, you know, our issues that we had leading up to it. So is that not essentially admitting that because you disliked Kenji or you had personal issues with Kenji, you doxed him, which that inherently is saying that you did it maliciously. So what do you mean you didn't understand the severity of it? Like, that straight up basically says that it was malicious, because she's saying that she had personal issues with Kenji, that she had, like, beef with him, so she doxed him. Like,
You can still support him.
Are you...
Look, I know I said I wouldn't give him.
how you gonna... Yeah, honestly, no. It's like, yeah, I get what Tokyo's doing, you know, like, not putting his personal you know, opinions on it, but, like, how the fuck can you dox somebody and ask to, like, support them? No, you don't talk to me ever again. Like, what the fuck?
My opinion, but that kind of confuses the fuck out of me.
Yeah, literally.
Regardless, Dove ended up kind of lingering around and gave bro space by not interacting much. saying that she didn't want to hurt him anymore. And the final paragraph is the typical "I'm sorry, I'll hold myself accountable, and I wish you the best" type of thing. Whether you fuck with the apology or not doesn't really matter. That's Kenji's decision.
That's true. That is true. That definitely is true. It's Kenji's apology to accept, but just from the way that I kind of see it, I don't feel like it's genuine. I feel like it feels like to me she's still downplaying it by saying that she didn't understand the severity of like doxing, and I think that's complete fucking bullshit. To me it feels like complete fucking bullshit. Being a full-grown adult in 2022 on the internet. I'm not sure she was creating content at the time, but you were a mod for Kenji. You seemed like you probably were in the VTuber sphere then, or you knew about VTubing. You can't fucking tell me that you did not understand what the severity of doxing's like, and to say, oh, I share my personal information, so that makes it okay to share other people's personal information, makes no fucking sense. Absolutely no sense at all. No, you don't just share other people's personal information to people. Like, what the fuck?
Because it was towards him. I really like your hair. But personally, she can get this purple. Kyoshiki. Murasaki. Now, Hayate put out a statement on their experience with Dove. This kind of paints her to be a even shittier person. But when Hayate was 16, he put out a statement against Kenji that was more so fueled by what others told him, specifically Dove. Basically, a separate issue that has already been resolved occurred, and this caused Hayate to form a doc on Genji.
Kenji.
Which Dove helped Hayate do. At this time, Hayate didn't know what Dove did and trusted her, and released the doc on Kenji. To which Kenji then goes to Hayate and basically tells bro, Shotty tripping, and he realized Shotty was indeed tripping.
I'm trying to get weak.
A lot of niggas left her ass.
Yes. So yeah, basically, it's just her friends and people that were associated with her. Obviously, decide to cut ties, but it's obviously makes sense. It's fine that I feel like if you're people who didn't know that she doxed people, but I definitely do question people like Kage, people like Phoenix, who did know about the fact that that Dove doxed Kenji, to still actively collab with her, be friends with her, endorse her. That to me is questionable. I would very much so question that, because to me, obviously, people can say, yeah, to a certain extent, I believe in second chances, but there are certain actions where if you do something, I can't fucking vibe with you, I'm cutting you off. Doxing somebody maliciously, if you doxed one of my friends, fuck off. Okay, I'm cutting ties with you. I would cut ties with my own family if they, did something terrible to my other family member. Have some morals, okay? Have some morality, okay? Come on.
Embarrassing.
Rightfully so. Kage stated that he thought everything was resolved, but he understands that things like this doesn't go away easy, and says that Kenji is valid for how he feels, and that he will be cutting ties with Dove. And a bunch of other niggas followed suit. Now, I'm gonna speak my mind a little, even though, again, it really doesn't fucking matter.
Yes, yeah.
But a lot of the people that are now cutting ties knew Dove did this shit 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like literally, what takes them to cut ties with her is being publicly called out. It's because it got out publicly, which feels like to me kind of fake and two-faced and PR, because it didn't take knowing that she doxed him for you to cut ties. It took it being outed publicly and the public backlash for you to cut ties with her. Questionable.
When it initially happened, and now that Kenji's all like, block me and suck my dick, they want to cut Dove off? They moving a little weird in my opinion. They moving a little funky. But at the end of the day, I don't know these niggas, so I'm gonna just shut the fuck up. Like always, don't go hate on anyone. In fact, just go show love to Kenji.
Yeah,
People always
yeah.
find a way to hate or fuck with this nigga for the dumbest reason. It's so weird. And honestly, he really doesn't deserve it. And basically, that's just gonna be it for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Okay, but to update on that after, we can see, oh, what happened to fucking Kage. I don't know why Kage has, like, done this shit. Like, I honestly, I think it's kind of fucking cringe. Like, he changes, like, I'm sorry. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, because, if you don't know, he got fucking caught in 4K. Like, literally, like, actually caught in, crazy, he like, literally caught in 4K. Actually caught in 4K. There was a group chat that I think, this is apparently Dove's ex-partner, and they screen recorded a group chat which was a hate group that would just talk shit about Kenji, which would tell, would say just mad shit about Kenji, saying he should be cancelled. Dove even saying, like, oh, I would dox him again, and Kage is a part of this group chat. Now, I don't think any other the Mofongo boys were part of this group chat besides Kage. But yeah, Kage basically, oh, this is small, gets caught in 4K for, yeah, basically being a part of this, group, being a part of this, like, basically a hate group, just talking a bunch of shit about Kenji, saying he should be cancelled, like, high school level shit, like Mean Girls, high school, like, pathetic, stupid fucking bullshit. And this is after the doxing. This is, like, months later. This is, like, January, where Dove doxed him, like, 3 months later, and Dove is still talking about Kenji. She's, like, obsessed with him. Still talking about him. Still, after they've apparently, still, like, yeah, still after, a couple months later, she's still talking shit about him, continuously saying he should be cancelled. Like, she is crazy. I'm sorry, she is crazy. But, yeah, there's, like, multiple screenshots and stuff. I think, so basically, Kage got caught in 4K, but also, Fintrovert, who I think is also somebody who was, like, a friend of the Mofongo boys, collaborated with the Mofongo boys, he's the one who actually created that group chat, hating on Kenji and endorsing him to be friends. So Dove actually didn't make that group chat, it was him. He made that. So he has a statement. Oh, in the fucking white. So, okay, what does it say? Cleaning up any confusion. I was planning to talk about this on stream, but held off because I have cut off Dove after everything I learned yesterday. You made the group chat! What the, okay, what? What do you mean, how did you not know? Wait, for starters, when I first met Dove, I didn't know about the doxing. That's something I learned after Kenji posts about it 2 years. So you've known for 2 years. So you've known for 2 years, and you're still friends with her. What? Okay, I was upset to learn that my former friend could do something like this, and I vented my frustrations to her before initially stopping any conversations with her. Wait, when? I thought you was, like, was he not still collaborating with her? Maybe not, I don't know. But I know the Mofongo boys were. I don't know, was he still playing with her? Before initially stopping any conversation with her, I was pissed even though I didn't know anything about Kenji aside from what I'd heard from the people around me at the time. That didn't change how disappointed I was in what she did. Dove reached out to me expressing how sorry she was at the whole situation, and my mistake was that I took a moment to hear out what she had to say. There was a lot of talking, but I gave her a second chance just because of the countless conversations about how much she regret she felt. Looking back, the fact that she even doxed someone in the first place should have been reason enough for me to not associate with her. Yeah, no fucking shit. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, oh my god, what common sense. Whoa, common sense? I'm sorry, what? should have been a reason to not associate her, but I believed her cries at the time. I was naive enough to think that her apology and promises were good enough. Reason to see the good in her. Our friendship was slowly rebuilt under... Yes, he continued to be friends with her. Oh my god. The group chat I created was for the purpose of talking everything through with the people I was surrounded by. This was before Kenji's post about doxing. Okay, but you literally, like, you own the chat. You could have stopped, but you literally just, it looks like, hello? Like, are you stopping anything? Are you stopping anything? Are you stopping anything? Are you stopping anything? Doesn't look like it to me. You looks like you're just letting it happen. Letting it happen, letting them talk their shit, letting them say whatever the fuck they want. Like, you own this chat. You made this group chat. You're just letting it happen, letting people talk. Like, you could stop it, and you didn't. You didn't do anything about it. Like, hello? You could do something about it. You didn't. Like, you actively didn't do anything about it. Like, you actively didn't do anything about it. I didn't know anything about Kenji at the time, and this group was created for the sake of talking it through in a VC with a few people. I was learning about him through other people's experiences, and then and then more people got added over time. As I slept and woke up the next morning, there were over 500 plus messages and a lot to look through. After skimming some messages, I'd seen that the group evolved into just a few people venting frustrations. I didn't read it all and eventually stopped responding in there. Every conversation... Okay, like, you didn't leave, you just stayed in there, like, you just let it happen? Stopped responding in there. Every conversation I would have outside the call with Dove that was about Kenji was just her venting frustrations. This was the, like, wait, I don't understand this. Like, what is he saying? Is he saying, like, oh, it's not my fault, it just kind of happened? So you actively were still being friends with her, you actively just sat there and let people talk shit in this group chat, you didn't do anything, you just let it happen, you was like a bystander, you didn't do anything about it. You did, there's some screenshots, so you did engage in the conversation, talked, so you didn't leave, you just sat there and watched the messages and the people venting. You stayed friends with Dove, just sat there and let her vent about Kenji to you, but you didn't do anything about it. Like, but I don't fucking understand this. Was what she just venting frustrations. This was the limited information I had on the man. He was painted in a bad image to me, and I didn't want to associate with him based on what my former friend said. So I didn't bother opening up his streams, checking his tweets or anything because of the information I got from Dove. There was no talk about ending it all, knowing now that this is what Dove had said about the conversation we were having. Struck me even more. I'd heard from Dove that she got into a call with Kenji and Kage to squish everything. When this happened, I was relieved and thought this was the first step to moving forward after everything. I really hoped this would be a learning experience for everyone involved. This is the reason why I was somewhat okay with moving forward alongside Dove. Recently, I learned this wasn't the case. I mean, okay, this is, like, I don't know why it feels like it's being treated like, I get it, I get it, I understand to a certain extent, but why is this being treated like, oh, you know, this is just like an argument, this is like just a disagreement between two people, this is an argument between two different parties. Doxing's a fucking crime, okay? Like, this is not I don't feel like this is something that you can just sit down, just have like a nice, civil conversation and just like, hey, yeah, so I'm sorry for doxing you. Okay, you know, we are fine now, you know? Like, I feel like Kenji sort of just like, had to sort of, he just didn't want drama. Like, this lady has like, all his like personal info on him, you know, you kind of have to like, you know, it's like, I feel like from the perspective of the person who got doxed, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, besides, so you just want to end it, you just want it to stop, you just want it to end, you know, but she didn't, because she kept on going, she kept on talking, she kept on downplaying. This is the only reason why I was somewhat okay moving forward alongside Dove. Like, look, even if that conversation happened, I would still fucking cut off somebody for doxing somebody. Like, period. And it's like, okay, so you know that she doxed him, but you're saying, oh well, I don't want to associate with him because he's a bad person. Well, she fucking doxed him. Like, does that make her any better of a person? Like, I don't know. Like, the only reason I was somewhat okay moving forward, this was the case. Yesterday I learned that Dove had been downplaying the doxing situation, and after hearing more and more stuff come out about Dove, I felt so betrayed. I was mad at her the first time this all came around, and after a lot of convincing, I ended up giving her a second chance, which was stupid of me. Finding out about everything now hurts me to my core. What do you... Why does he act like he doesn't, like, know things? Like, I swear, like, he knew a lot. He knew that she doxed him. He gave her a second chance, and he created the group chat where she was talking shit about Kenji and saying he deserves to be, like, cancelled. So I don't understand what he means by, like, oh, I felt betrayed after learning all of this. Like, you knew most of the shit that was happening, like, and you were a bystander for it, and you let it happen. Like, ended up giving her a second chance, which is stupid. Finding out about everything now hurts me to my core because Dove was someone I consider a close friend. So no, this isn't a PR move. I've cut ties with Dove, and she's out of my life. I feel like it is... Okay, you had 2 years to do that. It's 2 fucking years. You can't tell me this isn't a PR move. Would you have cut ties with her if this wasn't public? Would you, if this wasn't a public thing, if she didn't get publicly called out, would you have cut ties with her? I'm gonna say no. I mean, you had 2 years to do it. You didn't do it. You basically let it happen. You didn't do anything. I'm gonna say this feels like a PR move. I'm not doing this for Kenji. I've never once tried to get close to him or befriend him because there's too much baggage between the people I knew. My decision to cut Dove out is my own choice. I left the Mofongo fam earlier this morning, and I'm going to move forward knowing that I made the mistake of keeping Dove in my life after the initial post 2 years ago. That was the worst mistake I could have made, and I'm sorry to everyone who met Dove through me and got hurt in the process. I'll never live it down, and will carry that with me forever. Everyone reading this is valid in the way they feel. I don't want to be involved in anything to do with hating others who feel betrayed that I initially knew and didn't cut Dove out of my life soon. I understand your frustrations with me, and I won't pretend like I don't. I'm also disappointed with myself in that regard. With that said, the situation about Dove reopened old wounds, and it hurt me a lot. I do want to apologize to Kenji for everything that, as a result of this, and I should have cut her off sooner. I emphasize with someone without knowing everything, and a lot of damage has been done as a result of it. Bottom line, I'm moving forward on my own. I can't speak for anyone else because I don't know what their situation is. I am just sorry to those who are hurt as a result of this. To me, no, I don't know if I buy this apology, to be honest. You know, it's like, oh god, what happened? Someone came to me about Kenji. They also had, it's like, see, he's, you know, yeah, it's like, you know exactly what happened. Yeah, it's like he's interacting and talking in the group chat. Like he was like kind of acting like, oh, like I didn't, like it got out of control, and this was just a place for people to like say their own frustrations and vent, and I just watched it happen, and I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. Like he's still like actively at some points, like, I mean, he's not as you know, he's not talking as much as others like Kage, but he's still talking, still seeing what's being said. As stated in the reply, another reply, this was me learning about stuff that was unfolding, not prodding to do anything to him. The purpose of the group chat itself was explained on the doc. I was learning about Kenji through other people. So why didn't you stop it and didn't call them out? I'm sorry, but you couldn't talk yourself out of this. If you didn't react, it's over. Yeah, I understand that. I made a choice to no longer interact in the group chat when I could have said something to stop it. You're literally, hello? I didn't make the choice to step up, and that is a decision I regret. Considering how everything went during and after I blocked away from the group, but you not reacting just shows what kind of person you are. Yeah, I'm sorry for sounding aggressive, but not stepping up is basically supporting such behavior. Yes, it's endorsing it, and you should expect this outcome now. Using and I was confused and stuff as an excuse won't work for this situation. 100%. It's not saying anything. Letting it happen is like you are endorsing it. You are letting this situation happen, and we see Kage, his apology, turned off the replies. A great apology. Yeah, you turned off the replies. He's now disabled all his comments on YouTube as well. Taking accountability. Okay, so what I did in the past was absolutely horrendous and inexcusable. There's no turning back from it. I did talk behind Kenji's back when I heard about what others told me about him years ago. This was 2 years ago. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, acting like this was like insane. This was like years ago. It was like 5 years ago. This was 2 years ago. I'm sorry. This was 2 years ago. I don't know if I can really say, oh yeah, you've changed completely as a person in 2 years. I was invited to a group chat with others that had problems with Kenji. I knew my problems with him were small, but I was too livid at the time. I'm sorry, but are you telling me that you had like petty, in your own words, small disagreements with him, so you are so livid because of that? You went into like a group chat, a hate group, to constantly talk shit about him and say he should be cancelled. Bruh, like, get a life. I'm sorry, get a fucking life. Like, if you should not be on, like, you should not be on like a fucking VTuber. You should not have this platform. I'm sorry, like, it's baffling to me that he has the platform that he has, and that somebody like, well, I mean, I guess this was back in 2022, but still, it shows like, it shows that a sense of like insecurity, or him not being able to handle situations right. The fact that apparently a small, like, having small problems at him caused you to go into a group chat and continuously talk shit about him and say he should be cancelled. Like, get a life. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm sorry. And endorse a doxer. I was really scared of Kenji and I wanted to solve everything. I just didn't know how to do it. I know what I said in that group chat was totally messed up, and I let my emotions type for me in that chat. I wasn't very close with Dove and them at the time. Then why were you there? I just knew we all had some sort of problem with Kenji from all the stories I've heard from the other people. It just seemed to me that Kenji was a really bad person. Wait, so, okay, so you said, like, oh, I had, like, small, like, you know, so he says that he had, like, small problems with him. But now he's like, oh, he's a terrible person. I guess it's based off what he's saying, like, what the other people were saying, but he was still engaging in what they were saying and saying, oh, she should be cancelled, Kenji's so terrible, and all this shit. I don't even know, but, Kenji, from all the stories I've heard from other people, it just seemed to me that Kenji was a really bad person, acted out of spite and rage. Are you telling me you had, quote-unquote, small issues with him? Small issues with Kenji, and that made you fucking go into a crazy fucking group chat, and made you that angry and spiteful? Like, Jesus Christ, like, bruh, I'm in the wrong here. I hate myself so much for this. I really want, to be a better person, really do. However, the shit that I was saying towards Kenji is so unforgivable. I understand that it is hard to believe that I have honestly tried to change my actions for the better. I'm just going to have to accept the consequences and do better. Well, I mean, for 2 years, like, you knew that Dove was a doxer, you continue to play with her and endorse her and be friends with her, so, like, are you regretful of your actions? Are you really? Like, and you only cut ties with her when you were forced to because of the internet, because of the backlash on Twitter, after she was called out for it, and you probably never would have apologized for this if it wasn't for it being outed. Did Kenji know about this group chat? Did you ever apologize to him for it? No. So how are you sorry? You never took any accountability. You brushed it under the rug, and if it was never called out upon, you would have never apologized for it. If you truly felt guilty about it, then you would have gone to Kenji and apologized to him or admitted to it, but you didn't, because you're not sorry. You're only apologizing because it got outed. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe to some extent, maybe I can give the benefit of doubt you are apologetic about it, but like, still, you didn't take accountability and you never apologized for 2 years. For 2 years, you did all this bad shit, probably unforgivable stuff, but you just acted like it didn't exist. You even mediated the conversations between Dove and Kenji despite knowing all of the terrible stuff you said about Kenji within that group chat. And you're gonna tell me that you are actually apologetic about it? The only reason why this document exists is because you got caught out in your bullshit, you got caught in 4K. You're only saying this because you got caught. So how can we really say that you're sorry? Can we really say you're sorry? Because if you really were sorry, you would have apologized to Kenji a long time ago. Or you would have owned up to it, but you didn't. Actions for the better. I'm just going to accept the consequences and do better. I'm not going to be on social media for a while. Oh, fuck off. I'm sorry. I fucking hate this when someone gets like cancelled or called out like, I'm gonna take a break from social media. I'm gonna black my Twitter. I'm gonna black out my Twitter and leave for a while. Oh no. Because I need to take a break, not because I want to run away from the consequences of my actions and come back from the backlash is a bit lower and die down a bit. No, not at all. No, it's not because I want to run away from my own actions. No, it's not like I want to escape the consequences from my actions and escape the backlash because I'm muting the replies to my to this apology and also going onto my YouTube channel and also disabling all the comments. No, I'm taking accountability, of course. I'm definitely taking accountability. I mean, obviously I don't endorse hate. I don't endorse like going to his channel and saying hate. I'm just saying that that does not really show that you're taking accountability for your actions. I will apologize to all the people that got hurt by me. I want to prove to everyone that I'm a changed man from the past. I'm sorry, but like I'm just saying, like 2 years ago is not that long ago. I'm just saying it's not. It really isn't. I will pay the full amount for the videos I underpaid Ollie for. So yeah, so basically I'm just gonna do a TLDR for this. So basically Kage with his editor, he would underpay his editor. Basically for like fucking petty reasons. Like I think apparently the editor was short on time, or he went a bit over time. So Kage took some of the pay from him, like something like that. It was like he was supposed to be paid like $10, but Kage was like, oh, you're late, so I'm gonna deduct some of your pay. So kind of just like some like petty stuff, or like he messed up the subtitles of one of the TikToks, and then Kage like blamed him for the performance of the TikTok because like 1 second of it had like messed up subtitles, or the subtitles weren't in sync, something like that. But like yeah, so basically yeah, not treating editor the best. Also, I'm extremely sorry to my community. I'm sorry to my friends. I'm sorry to the Mofongo boys. I'm sorry that I've hurt you and got you all involved. No matter what I say, I can't change the past. The past will always be a part of me. I know sorry doesn't even come close to making any of it better. I will do better and accept all of the repercussions and consequences of my actions. My final saying, I want to thank the boys for always being there for me through and through tough times, saving my life, making fun memories. I want to thank my community for always supporting me at the time, as well as saving my life. I want to thank all my friends and good memories we've had. Thank you, everyone. Okay, honestly, I think this is a fucking shit apology. I'm sorry, I think this is a fucking shit apology. I think this apology is fucking shit. It's... I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I obviously, you know, decide what you will and what you think. Obviously, this is not my apology to accept. This is an apology to Kenji. But just my personal opinion on this, or an outsider's opinion, it feels fake. It feels fucking bullshit apology to me. I don't feel like it's genuine. Now, Ray Kami also... Now, the final thing that we'll look at is, Kami did a statement, and Kami basically, he said that he did not know about the situation. Wait a second, Can I find his Twitter? can I not find his Twitter? Wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry, I can't spell. Oh yeah, there we go. Wait, oh yeah, there we go. So, yeah, so Kami made a statement, everything that has happened today, I'm cutting ties with the Mofongo boys. So many things have made me aware of the actions of my group members behind my back. With all this new information, the group was gradually growing, and if I had tried my best to know more, I would have been able to help everyone affected. I sought to find a place to fit in without knowing truly who they are as people. I apologize for those who have supported us as a whole. I'm fucking distraught at now losing my entire year of trust put into friends, and I thought I would have the entirety of my career and lifetime. I'll be better with my actions to lead your trust and not my words. Even now I don't know everything, and now that I know I can't keep hoping for the best and trusting like I do. So basically, Kami said that he wasn't aware. I don't know, there's not proof that Kami knew at this moment in time. So basically Kami and Phoenix have both stated Phoenix did know, but he was not in any of the, Phoenix knew about the doxing, but Phoenix was not in any of the group chats. I don't know about Andy, but Kami has not been shown to have known about the doxing and to have been in the group chats at all. So as far as we know, so far, Kami had no idea about the situation. But it is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that one of, I would say, the biggest like indie VTuber groups essentially has died. It's gone now. I mean, 2 of the members are left. I don't think, you know, any of them are really going to be like coming back and collaborating with each other, or like, you know, being in the group anymore. I don't know about fucking Kage, if he said he's coming back. I don't know if he's gonna come back and be given love or anything like that. I don't know about Andy either, but it's very disappointing. It's extremely disappointing to see. I think this is just the thing to remember, right? And this is like the ending thing that I'll say about this video, is that you truly do not know people or creators. You do not know who they are as human beings, because it's like, especially as VTubers, there is sort of this way of being anonymous, having this sort of disconnect, or just like not, you know, you cannot, there's some people that they don't show their true selves, right? You don't know the real them behind the scenes. Sadly, there's a lot of people online who are terrible people behind the scenes, because obviously on video, on streams, it's not that you're like fake, but to a certain extent you're putting the best of you forward. You're presenting the best of yourself, that makes sense. And especially as a VTuber, there is a level of sort of like, you can hide behind a model, that you can like be a bit of a character. You know, there's that aspect of not really knowing the true you as a human being. And you got to remember that the reality is, yeah, sadly, you do not truly know your Oshi in real life. And sadly, there can be these people who are bad people behind the scenes who do bad things. Obviously, not saying that there aren't streamers and content creators who are genuine people, and who are nice people, who kind of are just themselves on stream, kind of are themselves off of stream, but sadly, yeah, there are bad people, there are bad content creators out there, and personally, yeah, I think that yeah, Kage, not the best, not the nicest person, sadly. I loved his content, but kind of piece of shit. But yeah, so that's basically, I guess, covering the whole situation. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do go and support Kenji. Kenji's genuinely, I think Kenji's a fucking nice guy. I mean, he's gone through so much shit in this community. I feel really bad for Kenji. I think Kenji's a genuine dude. He's a funny ass guy, and I've like, he's been through a lot of shit, and I've heard people saying he's done terrible things. I have not seen the terrible things Kenji has done, because I think he's genuinely just a good guy. But anyway, so yeah, go and support Kenji. Go and check out Static Tokyo. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please continue that subscribe button if you want to see more videos in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye bye.